Howdy, folks. This is a sort of a new kind of thing I'm going to try to do starting in 2022. It's called Turtle Theater. It may be a subset of the TMar show. I'm not entirely sure how to sort of label it or whatever. But basically, what's going to happen is I'm going to watch a movie, or rather, I already watched the movie, and I'm going to talk about it for a little bit, give my thoughts on it. And today we're talking about the Fist of the North Star American live action movie from 1995 starring Gary Daniels. Now, the first thing you'll notice when you watch this movie is that the score is kind of out of place. It seems more like, I don't know, like a Home Alone sequel than befitting of, epic anime martial arts action. Uh, Honestly, I would have gone with a more of a hard rock style and or at least something more befitting to the anime. Now, how are the fights? Some of the fights are quite good, but the ones that include the actual powers themselves are not so good. The head explosions don't really translate to live action very well. At least in 1995, back when uh, special effects were kind of the way they were at the time, and makeup and stuff like that. The final fight in particular is kind of hard to watch because there's so many slow motion shots and so many camera cuts in the last fight that is just kinda, yeah, it's not so good. Now, with some of the secondary characters, Bat is played by Dante Bosco. He is probably the best part of this movie. He did get a few laughs out of me, but the bad news about Bat is that he dies in this movie for whatever reason. And we don't really see other aspects of his character other than oh, he's a trickster, but he's also very good with machines in the anime. So I wanted to see him drive Kenshiro at least once. And also Rin is in this movie as well. Her name is Lynn in this adaptation for some reason. Her the whole thing is, I know in the anime that she's like a lot of trauma caused her to be mute, and then Kenshiro cures her. Well, in this version, she's blind instead of mute for some reason. Kenshiro restores her sight anyway, but it's just kind of a very unnecessary change. They could have stuck her with being mute, but I don't know. The thing I like is how the fact that they very well established the post-apocalyptic setting in just a few seconds, because some of the very first shots in the movie are it's showing this broken down main street, and there's banners saying there's still time before the end, you can still repent, blah blah blah, and it very easily establishes on such a low budget that it had that, hey, this is a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Also, Vader is in this movie, the old wrestler Vader. May he rest in peace. Uh, he's only in it for about 5 minutes, though. He has a short fight with Kenshiro, and he actually does a gorilla press slam through a window that I liked, but he gets his ass kicked and dies. So yeah. And finally, Kenshiro as Master Ryuken seems like a very pointless character in the grand scheme of things. Because, yeah, they're trying to hammer home this theme of, destiny and the North Star and the Southern Cross shouldn't fight and all that other stuff. And really, Ryuken's character seems utterly pointless. Because Shin goes in to kill Ryuken, but that seemed kind of pointless. And then Kenshiro's out to save Yuria, who is captured by Shin or whatever. And that's enough motivation for Kenshiro to go and kick Shin's ass. He doesn't need this additional thing going on with, oh, he's trying to take over the world, which I don't even know if that was in the original anime or not. that he was trying to take over the world. I know he was trying to do stuff, but yeah. And then there's this part where Yuken just possesses Lin out of nowhere, and this is right after Bat dies too. So it's just really weird. One thing I will note about Iwako Washio, who was the woman who played Julia, she was obviously like fed her lines like phonetically and just recited them that way, and she tried her best, but like she is obviously not a native English speaker, at least didn't appear to be one, and you could tell. And so, in conclusion, everybody, Fist of North Star and several other anime don't really work in live action. I do agree with the choice of not having like the head explosion and stuff effects for every fight. There were several fights that were just kind of normal fights, and I agree with that because you got to save the head explosions for select fights like at the end and stuff. And that was, I think, the right decision. So yeah, make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. Comment on the videos. What did you think about this is North Star's live action movie? And so yeah, I'll see you next time, everybody.